If you are in charge, people expect you to make the right decisions, because in the end, you are the one who will be held accountable. And if things would go wrong, pointing fingers won't help you because everyone will still look at you. That's why you need the authority to make the right choices yourself and not let someone else decide for you. Because if you are going to be held responsible, you will need the power to steer the ship and not just sit in the captain's chair while someone else sets the course. Welcome everyone, my name is Tobias Philipp and the topic of this episode is responsibility and authority are inseparable. Because being responsible isn't just about what's expected. It's about seeing the bigger picture and how your actions affect others. This means making thoughtful decisions and taking accountability, knowing that your role impacts more than just you. Take the architect building a bridge. Their responsibility isn't just about drawing blueprints. It's about making sure the bridge is safe, strong, and it lasts over time. Every choice he makes matters, like choosing the materials, choosing the design, and also choosing the engineer. Because eventually it affects the lives of the people who use that bridge every day. So they have to think beyond how it looks or what it costs. They need to consider the weather, the usage, and the safety for the years to come. Authority, on the other hand, is about using power wisely, with humility and empathy. It's not just about enforcing rules, it's about making tough decisions while understanding their impacts. Think of a judge in a courtroom. Their authority goes beyond just carrying out the law. They make decisions that deeply affect people's lives. They have to weigh in evidence, consider every detail, and make rulings that are fair and just. So with this authority comes the responsibility to keep personal biases out and uphold integrity. With every decision they make, they must respect the law and the people it affects. And many people admire those in higher positions. They think it's easy because of the pay, the perks, and the power it gives. But what they often miss is the burden that comes with it all. Because being in charge isn't just about making decisions. It's about taking on the weight of every outcome, either good or bad. And some think they can have authority without responsibility. But if you want to make the calls, you are responsible for the results. And this is often only realized once someone steps into that role. They face challenges that they didn't expect and at that point feel the pressure. It's not as easy as it seemed from the outside. Some may struggle or quickly look for a way out because they just didn't expect this. But true authority always comes with responsibility. And this is why people in these roles need the authority to decide. They need the power to act on their responsibilities, because if someone is responsible for, let's say, a team or a project, they must have the freedom to make the right choices. Without authority, they are stuck in a very difficult place. They are accountable for results they cannot fully control. So imagine a leader who sees a problem but can't fix it. If things go wrong, he is still blamed. People will look at him and wonder why he didn't do more. But to meet those expectations, those in charge need the authority to act. And so responsibility without authority doesn't work. And if we don't align responsibility with authority, we end up with people in charge who can make decisions without facing any consequences. They get power without the accountability. On the other hand, we have people who are responsibility for outcomes but can't fulfill their duties because they lack the authority to make the necessary decisions. And this creates a disconnect where those in charge can act without care and those responsible are powerless to do what's needed, which is a setup for failure, frustration, and missed opportunities. So if we don't have the responsibility, we must allow those who do to make their own choices. And yes, we can share our ideas and offer advice, but ultimately we need to accept the decisions made by the person who holds that responsibility. But if we are the ones responsible, we should also have the freedom to make our own choices, without interference from others who want to control the situation but aren't accountable for the outcomes. Because in the end, it is us who are held responsible for the outcomes and not them. And that is my perspective. Let me know in the comments how you view it. Share this episode with someone you think may benefit from it, and thank you again very much for listening.